Okay, I think I'm live. YouTube is continually making changes. What's that? Oh, there's some screws. That's funny. And let me get my microphone closer. And so anyway, there used to be a go live button and they did away with it. So now you just start streaming and you don't know exactly when you're going. But anyway, this is Derrick's backyard studio. And I think last weekend he put these, I think he's working on the foundation right now. He put the sonotubes in. So I don't know how far along he's gotten. After I'm going to send him this video and then send him an email asking him how things are going. But originally we came up with this when I met with him on our Artisan Meet server. And this was just a way to kind of cartoon it out. And it kind of evolved into a little different, something a little different, which projects normally do. And because he wanted this roll-up door, and he originally wanted one on the side, but we had these issues where these big coils are going to interfere with each other. So I think we decided to put just a regular door on the end and this window on the other end. And what I did, Derrick, you can see, I thought maybe since we don't have that kind of corner effect anymore, like we had going here, which was kind of cool, but doesn't work out practically speaking, then I would just center this big door in the middle of the front. So anyway, what I'm going to do now is work out the roof framing. And we have a low pitch roof, which is fine. He's going to use a metal roof. And the pitch is based on trying to make this easy. And I'm using regular 10-foot studs. Yeah, he wanted a 10-foot wall, 10-foot height on the front. So these are regular 10-foot stud height here to make it easy. And this is a regular 9-foot wall. And both of these, you're framing your stud heights, make them like a stud, if I can talk this morning, a 9-foot stud is 104 5/8, okay, which makes the wall 1 1/8 inches taller, 9 foot 1 1/8, and that is like that because it gives you room to put floor coverings and ceiling coverings on, and still have your finished height of wall that you want. So that's what the roof pitch is sort of based on. And it turns out to be a 1.3125. I did the math. And the simple way to figure that out is, especially on a drawing, is just to measure over 12 inches, 12, and then measure up. And that's 1 5/16. And so the decimal value for 5/16 is 0.3125. So there you go. So, normally we would make it something like a 212 or something, but I was wanting to try this, thing where, Derrick's going to build this himself, and he can just buy pre-cut studs for this wall height, pre-cut studs for that wall height. It just makes it easier. And really, when you start to build the roof, the pitch isn't going to matter that much. Especially when you are using a metal roof, you can go down to, a half, 0.5 and 12. You don't even have to have a 1 and 12. So anyway, I wanted to try out this. Let's see if we've got anybody watching. I wanted to try. Oh, by the way, if you're watching, leave a comment, and I will or a question, I'll try to answer it. I was going to do something different. I've got this roof rafter. I've got this Medique truss, and it has a roof rafter function. And I thought it would be kind of cool is to kind of use, it doesn't have like a shed roof yet option, but it does have a gable. But I thought what would be kind of neat is if I made a gable and just took half of it and used that. So it might save me a little time. I have a bunch of projects I got to get done, and I'm trying to get some of this stuff done. So what I did was I made a rectangle that's twice as wide. This is 10 feet wide and 18 feet long. So I made a rectangle that's 20 feet wide, and I know that this he has this gable function, so I can just put that in there, and then overhang, I think it needs to be at least 16 inches. I mean, I'd like, 16 is good for a building this size. And overhang right, left, 16. Now we don't need to use a 9¼ inch rafter. You can get by with, on that span, a 2x6 rafters, and then of course we don't really need a ridge board because I'm only going to use half of it. Bird's mouth is 0 on this, and no ceiling joist. Okay, don't have to worry about that. Rafter spacing, let's do 16 inches on center. It is a low slope. We want to make sure it's good and strong. Gable rafter depth. Now, I think we're just going to make all this the same. That would be our overhang. That's our barge rafter. I've learned some of the terminology that Medique uses. So let's go ahead and let's see. Let's just see gable overhang. Yeah, 16. Let's see. Spacing. These can be, I can change that. Let's just see what we get here. Why did it do that? Okay. That was odd. What is going on with my extension? That's odd. It's never done this before. Let's try that again. Roof rafters. I might have put in a weird value somewhere. Yeah, I better put this in there. Okay, so we may be stuck. What is going on here? Let's just draw it. I don't understand this because I have done this before. I have used this. Okay. We're just going to draw it. We're going to go back to the way we always have done things. We're going to delete that, and it figures I was trying to get a little production work going here, and that got messed up. So we're going to go ahead and I'm just going to draw a rafter. For now, I'm just going to draw a piece of one just to get going. I don't need no stinking extensions to draw my rafters. Let's see, let's make this a component so I can change it. Rafter. And I accidentally selected more than one thing. Let's try it this way. I could tell how big the that I accidentally selected something in the floor over here to go with it because it was such a big component outline. Alright, so now I'm going to use this wood color, and I'm going to, for now I'm going to make this 14 and a half, because I'm going to have a subfascia of 1.5 inches. Now you can see this wants to have a little bit of a bird's mouth, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to fix that, because on a low pitch like this you don't need a bird's mouth. I will put Simpson hurricane ties on there. And so what I'll do is I'll change the pitch from oops. I'll go down here and move this to there. And don't freak out, it's going to be fine. I'll show you. And then what we will do is, well, we need to make this let's see, let's turn around here. I need to make this so 16-inch soffit. Let's see, how does he want to do that? I think it would look better if we come out 14.5. Let's see, no, we do need to do it at a slope, because yeah, this will be fine. I just want to fix it so that the fascia board is plumb. I think they look better that way. Especially up here at the top, you don't want the bottom of your fascia board leaning out. Now the only thing is we need to add that distance. Let's see here. Trying to get a construction line. There we go. What we want is from here, we want to go 14.5. Yeah, so what we really want to do is make this line the short point. Yeah, let's just do that. Let's make this the short point, and then we will move this out. The whole point to this is you want your fascia board plumb, and then oops, didn't mean to do that. And then you want your soffit material, because you can buy the Hardy soffit at 16 inches wide. And if you'll plan it out properly like this, then you just have to cut the length on it. You don't want to have to rip down the width of the Hardy soffit. Now we're finally ready to. And the funny thing about it is, let's see, let's try 12. I know we're going to have more than that. Yeah, but I was just guessing. We'll put one more, and then we'll have to have one on the end. Oop, my wall plate's not tied in. Let's try to regenerate that wall. Got that little funky thing going on where it wants to add. Let's see, before I do that, let's see if we got anybody watching. Oh, hello. Hello, Andrew. How are you? That is a little anomaly that happens with this wall extension I have, and sometimes if I go in here and I change the length to like 16 feet, I see what it's doing. It's trying to put a T there. Should be 17 feet 11 inches. There we go. That's right. Thank you. Thank you for acting right. Because it wasn't acting right a few minutes ago. Alright, so I'll have one on the end like that. And then we'll have one that hangs over. It would be 16 inches. Get my axis locked here, 16, that way. And then we would have one on the end that hangs over. Excuse me. Where's my axis? Well, there we go. You see that red line, that red dotted line? I couldn't get my axis to go horizontal there for a second. Sometimes it's just a little, it wants to be a little bit fussy like that. So at this low pitch, we should be able to just use a 2x6 subfascia. But you can see how that's working out. It's going to be nice. So then, to get our 16 inches on the front, we would want to use a, let's just draw one all the way across for now. And that would be 5.5 inches tall. 5.5. I'm going to go back all the way down here. Get my axis locked. I'm not sure what is going on with this axis thing this morning. There we go. And we'll pull it out 1.5 inches. And we'll make a group out of that. Now, you might have to, technically speaking, you would have to rip this down a little bit, okay? Because what's going to happen is this soffit, you see that little edge right there? That's really going to be, and I will tell you what it is. This is the only pain right here that we have to deal with is you can't let it stick up here because of the decking, and you can't let it stick down here because of the soffit material. Okay, and that's just what you have to do on a single slope roof like that. And I'll show you the bottom has a similar issue right here, where it's the opposite, where you can't let the decking, you interfere with the decking. Go down. Good Lord, it wanted to come. Go down. Let me get a different angle. It's frustrating sometimes working with this. There we go. If you're in the wrong perspective, it wants to pull it towards you instead of go down. And then, of course, a 2x6 will work on the bottom. I don't think you got to rib it down. It looks like it'll be okay. Oops. Yeah, that'll be. Although you don't want to cut it long like that. Okay. I wonder if if I just need to reboot my computer. Because one thing I was looking forward to is using my extension to get the roof decking and all that, and I'm not sure why it's not working. Yeah, it's whacked out. I should be able to select the size and then click OK, 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 and then it be there, and it's not doing anything. So I think I may have to reboot my computer. But for now, I'm just going to show one big piece of decking. Okay, and then I'll break it up. Let's see. I'll break it up after I get it. I have found this the easiest way to do it. And right, I'm just going to draw one big rectangle for right now. And this would be our OSB. And it's 7/16 thick, but we usually just show it as a 1/2 inch on the drawings because it takes up, the bulk of it takes up. And one thing I need to do is start looking at my wall, my layers. I need to, let's see if I have any questions, comments. I need to put these in roof framing. Let's see, is roof framing turned on? Roof, there's really too many layers in here, but it's okay. And I need to put this back. Make sure this is all roof framing. Let's turn it off and that's how I test. Yeah, I got it. I got everything in there. I did that so I could get this sheeting. Have I got everything? And okay, why is it doing that? Make a group there. That's what it should have done. Now I'm going to turn my framing back on, and I can extend that. And this will kind of show you the issue with. You see, now you can run your sheeting all the way to there, although you don't want to run it to where it hangs over. You just want to start your decking so that it's, see if I can get to where you can see it. That's my construction line there. You just want to get to where it's there. Like, see that top point is not hanging out. Because when you put your fascia board on, you don't want that to be in the way. Okay. And then up here, similarly, just bring that edge, just bring that bottom edge to here, and that's good enough. And then your fascia board will come up, and your roof trim will cover that. And then we'll get this. Oh, I got that end all right. And then we will color that OSB. Where's my wood? There we go. That's our OSB. And let's see how the sheets turn out. We'll just go up here and go 48. Well, we know how they're going to turn out. It's not wanting to cooperate. Well, you'll have a little rip piece, but that's okay. Let's see. And if you were gonna, let's draw those lines across. This will just tell you where your joints are going to be, how many sheets you have to have. And let's see, where's our, let's see where our closest, let's say if you started from this end over here, we'll see where 8-foot sheet hits. But you'll have to stop it. Your first sheet will be on that. Okay, so it's going to be right here. That in the center. I should have, let's turn the decking off for a second. Let's put this in roof sheeting. Roof sheeting. Let's turn that off for a second. And we will put as a mark, a proper mark. Yeah, it's going to be right there. There we go. Okay, well, but it's and so then what would happen is we would come over and every other row would hit right there. Why is that not down there? Well, we can run it all the way across for now and then just delete the every other. So what happens is that one and that one will be offset. But we can copy these. $8 feet, and then we can copy them should be able to copy from here to there. There. Okay, so there's your, you'll need 1, 2, this is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, probably 9 sheets of OSB. I mean, I would always get, let me lock this thing back. I would always get an extra sheet or two. I mean, OSB is pretty cheap, and you can use it. You're going to be using it for the walls. You know, I'm going to show the wall extension should work out fine if I let's see if I've already generated it. Wall sheathing. Yeah, I've already got the wall sheathing turned on. Although, oh, I know what happened. These gable end walls that I did, for some reason the sheeting didn't come all the way to the end, but I'm going to fix that as soon as I'm sure, as soon as I get this opening correct, I'll get that opening correct, and then I'll explode everything, and then I can put a piece of sheeting there. OSB. But I am curious as to why my, one thing I'm going to do right quick is, I like that. I like the overhang. I like the 16-inch overhang on this building. What I'm going to do, let me see if I can just reboot. Let me save this. Let's see if there's any questions. I'm going to see if I can just reboot SketchUp. Sometimes I have to reboot the computer because I'll get, let me see if there's any weird stuff going on here. I don't know. I don't understand what all these services are running in the background. I don't think they're necessary. Of course, that's OBS that I live stream with. Sometimes I think some of this stuff messes with the memory operations of these extensions, because I don't have any trouble with anything This computer's not even a year old, and it's outfitted to do CAD work. It's actually a gaming computer, but I've noticed that the gaming computers are having plenty of power to do CAD stuff. Roof rafters. Gable roof. Just draw one out here. Okay. Let's just leave everything the way it is. You see what I mean? Now see, why couldn't that? You see, I'll show you what I would have had. I would have been able to do, and it would have saved me a lot of time. But I don't mind drawing. I like drawing stuff manually. But I should have been able to do this. Go in and edit that, and change the pitch to. This may be what screwed it up, because I've tried this before. And when you manually enter a pitch like that, I don't know if it likes it or not. 16, let's update this. But you can see it flattened out. And then I was going to use a 5.5 rafter depth. And ridge board would have been, it doesn't matter. Oh, I could have used the ridge board as that upper fascia board. That's funny. And then bird's mouth is 0. Ceiling joist, no. And then, you see, the thing I was going to get was my fascia. I can still do that. Yes. Soffit, yes. See, it was going to generate all my soffit and fascia for me. Update, and I'll show you. And I'm going to say soffit cut, no. Let's see, there's a place where I can put structural outlooker. Let's see, where I can say the soffit is angled. There it is. You see, and I'm going to show you what all that does. Let me just raise it up. Find a reference point here. And let's see. I don't think it edit. Oh, yes. And I thought I told it to put the soffit on. Yes, it didn't. See, it didn't save. Or maybe I didn't hit update. And I want it to be angled. Update. Okay. And I don't think it saved my rafter depth either. Yeah, I must have not have hit update. Lord help me. 5.5. Ridge board. 5.5. I actually thought I did on the. There we go. And no ceiling joist. Yes, roof sheeting. Subfascia. Yes. Drop. Yes. Now, okay. Now you see, I could have taken that half of the roof. Let's see let's turn off the roofing and decking and see how it framed it. Let's turn off the roof cladding, is what they call it, and the roof sheeting. And see, that's what I would have done though is, I still may use this, it's kind of funny. What I may do is edit this and tell it to do structural outlookers. Where is it? Outlook spacing. That really could be 36. I've found you don't need them to be that close together. And you can also say outlookers, Structural outlookers, yes. And what that'll do is it makes it a lot more stronger because it will, what? Structural outlookers require custom or none gable or rafter action avoided. Okay, what does that mean? Well, you can see why I was wanting to use that, because you see, and I can still use, like, put a bird's mouth in there. Look, it put that little bird's mouth that I avoided. There's no reason, that little bird's mouth is not going to do any good. I promise you. And you know what I could have done though? I can get my, this was the other thing. I wanted to get my roof ties, my, oh, here we go. Yes. Let's update that. Okay, that's what. I didn't want to spend a lot of time on this, but do I have any questions? It may not matter. Nobody's watching, so. What I was wanting to do is get my, where are my rafter ties? Because if I can get my rafter ties, I can just copy them. Rafter ties. Okay, let's go back up here. Custom or non-gable end rafter. Okay, where's our gable end rafter? Gable end rafter. Oh, right there. Custom. Okay. Well, all you had to do is say so. Alright, and I said no to bird's mouth. Where's the bird's mouth? 0. Let's update that. It won't take 0. Won't do 0. I guess that's against its religion. Alright, so it looks like I'm not going to have, I know on trusses I get the rafter ties. So what I may have to do is just make myself a little, because I like the rafter ties he uses. But I think I'm just kind of wasting time going through all this. So I just wanted to kind of show you what I was trying to do at first, you see. But what I can do is take this fascia and these this other stuff and use it. What is this out here? Well, that's odd. That's some stuff. But anyway, let's. I'll stop playing with the roof extension and just go back to this, and then we will have. We will have. We will have some, at least probably 2 barge rafter hangers. I call them barge rafters. So let's go over here and go there, 3.5. Come back here, and then let's make a group out of that. They will be, they'll just be 2 before us, 1.5. And they will be wood colored, not OSB colored. And you'll just let those in to this one. You face nail it to, let me turn the group off thing. What you do is you face nail it through this one and face nail it through this one, but you have to notch out that house line rafter, which doesn't hurt it because it's sitting on the house line. And you need at least 2 of those, because the subfascia will support this rafter, this barge rafter on each end. So you can probably get by with just 2 of them. And I'm just gonna, well, I guess if I was a proper person, I would do this. I would figure out what this spacing is, and then yeah, I was getting ready to move that one down a little bit. Okay, I was going to move it down a little bit, and it always wants to be fussy. There. For some reason, when you put a construction line, it'll follow it. Well, okay, I got you locked, so stay there. There, okay. And then there was another one. Right there. There we go. I was going to eyeball them, but I realized people would get mad if I did, so. Getting a call from the boss. I'll have to quit in a minute and call him back. But I just wanted to show these lookouts. And all it does is really support this barge hanger. Let's see, unfortunately, let me get my axis locked. Here we go. Unfortunately, this one's going to come to here. This one will have to come to here, or it won't do much good. But, I mean, on a short little span like this, you could probably get by without these, because the decking will also help hold up your barge rafter. But I'm going to show them, and it'll be your choice. What it just gives this some support. You see, it's actually, we call them barge hangers because that's what they do. They hang the barge rafter out. Some people call them lookouts. I call them barge hangers because I call this a barge rafter. Okay. So that is the roof framing, except we'll have, and I'll show this, I'm going to do another video, obviously, and I'll show the rafter ties, and let me turn the decking back on, roof sheeting, and so that's basically our roof framing. In the next video, I'll finish the soffit, and hopefully I'll get some answers from Derrick on the door and all that, and I'll try to wrap up this. I'll put the windows and doors in the next video. I'll try to, maybe I'll have an edited video and it won't be so long, and I won't play around with the roof extension. But let's see if I have any. Good morning, can you tell me what program you use for your design? Yes, it's SketchUp Pro. Hey, Vanessa Kitty. That's funny, I hadn't seen you all. I was getting ready to stop because I wasn't getting much feedback here, but do y'all have any questions? Since y'all are out there, I'll go ahead and get these rafter ties. Let's see, I just realized that this is a barge rafter and not because I'm getting ready to, if I make these unique, that I won't, you'll see in a minute that when I put the rafter tie on one of these rafters, they will magically appear because I made these rafters components. So all I have to do is go get a rafter tie. And I like these. These are cool. These are cool. I like these better actually than the ones that are in that extension. Although, where did they go? Oh boy. We got a joker on our hands, people. Did this guy make these 12 feet? Yeah, you know what? These people who troll, people will do this. They will make something and upload it to the warehouse, and it'll be like, 100 feet long. And I don't know why. Let's try this one. Why people have to be that way? Here we go. Now this guy's real. Just the internet is a wonderful place. I guess, I don't know. But there's just so many people trolling it. It's just, I don't know. It's almost not worth it sometimes, to be honest with you. It's like, why would somebody spend time to make something like that and then put it in the warehouse 1,000 times bigger than it is in real life? They have to be just trying to be funny. That's all it is. That's all it could be. And I guess it is funny. Maybe y'all think it's funny. I don't think it's funny. It is kind of funny. But when you're in a hurry, you see. Now what you don't want to do is you see that little hook right there? I had my framing contractor make this mistake one time. He let these hang down, okay? And then the drywall hanger just ignored it. And he hung drywall and had all these little metal clips sticking out of the drywall. And then when I asked him about it, he said, "Oh, I thought you were going to hang or put crown mold up." I said, "What difference does it make whether I'm putting crown mold up or not? You're not supposed to put that little thing there. You're supposed to put it like that so when you hang the drywall on the wall and the ceiling that it's not affected." Okay? Now, what I got to do is cut that. And then I should have been editing my rafter, because you'll see that when I paste it, since these are components, you see now all my rafters have them. See? And that's stronger than cutting any on these low pitch rafters. When you would have that little tiny bird's mouth, this is much stronger, and you have to have them anyway. So now I'll probably have to invert it again. I probably could have. We're going to mirror it back. Oops. That was a bizarro. Let's try that again. Yep. Okay, why are you doing that? Why are you disappearing when I try to move you? So you just want to make sure when you put these things on, they're not hanging down, because you'll be frustrated. Oh, I'm not against the rafter. It's hard to see sometimes. There we go. Now we're against it. And that'll be nice and strong. And you'll just have one on each rafter. Okay. And that's stronger, and I use joist hanger screws in mine. And that's stronger than trying to toenail. When you try to toenail a nail through your rafter into the top plate, most of the time the rafter ends up splitting, and the nails don't do any good at all. It's a wonder that any kind of wind doesn't just lift roofs right off of most houses without rafter ties. Because trying to toenail them just isn't very effective. Let's see if I have any other. Does this software work for designing log cabins? Round logs. Well, I mean, you can get extensions for that. Like that one's kind of expensive. I mean, you can. This extension I have from Valley Architects. Let's see. Instant wall. Make a wall. I think it has logs. Somewhere it does, but look at let's see, is it instant wall or it's not that? It has to be instant wall. Make wall styles, manage wall styles, make wall. It has to be. Oh, you know what it is? It's cladding. It's cladding. Like he would consider that cladding. So let's say I want to put logs on this face. I would create a face. You see, I just selected that, and I think it's cladding. He has it's called instant cladding, wall cladding. And yeah, you see here. Let's see if I can find this. Don't want to spend too much time on this in Derrick's video, but I'll show you. Here's one, half log, horizontal, dovetail. He's got several in here. What's this? Let's see, you said round logs, didn't you? Yeah. Let's see, where is the round log? I think this is it. But he's got several in there. Let's just run that and see what it looks like. Well, see what you did, Andrew? You got me sidetracked. All right, cladding, wall cladding. Let's go back and I'm sure you're going to want to see dovetail, and I think I was supposed to choose the corner. I was supposed to, let me choose 2 walls, because I don't think it's going to do it, the dovetail, if I don't choose, and then I think I have to choose the corners. I don't use this extension enough to do it quickly. I would have to figure it out, but we'll try it one more time just for you. Dovetail. That looks like the one you want right there. Yeah, see, and then there's a bunch of, now see, these are not, he has round logs too, but you see, I'm just not, I'm honestly, the stuff, these things are so small, the labels, I honestly have a hard time seeing it. I have to, like, you see me leaning over trying to see the tiny little, there should be round logs in here somewhere. Full dovetail. Let's try that. Anyway, go to this, you see that's what it is. The bottom line is it's an extension that you can buy. It's kind of expensive. I don't know, that one instant cladding. Look up instant cladding by Valley Architects, VALI. Architects, I don't know, that one extension may be 30 or 40 bucks. I buy the whole thing for like I think it's $100. You can get the whole instant fence, road, roof, terrain, wall, door, stair, cladding, you know. And anyway, let me undo that. I don't think Derrick wants logs on his outdoor studio. Let's see, any more questions? Okay, well, I've mangled up this live stream enough for now, because I don't know if you saw me messing around with that other extension earlier, trying to get it to work the way I wanted it to. But let's turn on the roof sheeting, and that's kind of where we are now with his little outdoor studio. And this was the original design. And of course, next time I'm going to work on the stair. There's going to be like a platform here, but it's going to come out. I think it should probably going to need to come out a little more. So I think I'm going to. That's what I meant to ask you too, Derrick. I was thinking this needed to be at least 24 inches. It would look better, and since it's only one step, it would look more like a little deck area, you know, a landing instead of a step. So anyway, looking for feedback from Derrick. He's our atdrafting.com customer, and on the centering of this door, and then what type of door here. That is a 36-inch wide door. You know, how do we want to do that? I think we said we were going to move it to the back, or were we going to center it so it lines up with that window on the other end, and that kind of stuff. So thanks for hanging out and watching, who did that. I appreciate it, and I will see you in the next video.